Target Vader issue 5 heads to the past on Chorin, where Valance is met by his beloved Yura before he enters the mines. Given a small red stone and told by Yura the Empire is lucky to have him, Yura tearfully leaves as he calls for her, but his father tells him to go since she'll be fine and so will Valance. His father reminds him the path ahead is long and hard, but nothing the Empire throws at him will be harder than the mines they have dug. Valance soon joins the Corrida Flight Academy, training as a pilot before a crash costs him the use of his left eye. Placing it with a cybernetic one, Valance becomes a ground trooper, never stopping to question whether what he was doing is right. While in a battle on Mimban, he saves a fellow trooper, only for the soldier to have his head blown off. Valance's squad is pinned with no air support, making his men's morale crash, saying the Empire doesn't care for them, but Valance rallies them, promising to get them out of there. Fighting across the battlefield, Valance is engulfed in an incoming blaster fire, blown to bits by the blast, but nevertheless he tells his men to keep going, as in the present, Valance awakens aboard the Star Destroyer Vengeance. Vader meanwhile pays Dengar, who says he's told him everything he knows about the Hidden Hand and he can guarantee Valance won't give him any more information. Vader says that the Hunter is free to go, but if the Empire needs him again, he knows where to find him. Valance meanwhile has been interrogated for days, but the interrogation droids cannot get any information from him. Vader tells them to leave, as Valance says that he's finally got Vader where he wants him. The Dark Lord uses the Force on the Hunter, wanting to know what he sees on the star map he brings up before him. Valance's cybernetics begin to smoke, but he never gives up information, saying he already knows that Vader knows that all of those outposts marked on the map are already wiped out. So why doesn't Vader just release them so they can see who really is stronger? Vader continues to put pressure on Valance's cybernetics, knowing that he can still feel, and if he doesn't get what he wants, the Hunter will never feel again. Years prior, the mostly cybernetic Valance is recuperating and getting used to his cybernetics. Soon he is discharged from the army, meeting with his old mentor and wondering when he can get back out into the field. Urib tells him that he's not, since he's not just being discharged from the hospital, but from the army as well, and he's going home. He reveals he did what he could to make sure Valance got the proper treatment, and now he can go and live his life. Heading home to Corrin, Valance is shocked to learn that his town and his father have been destroyed, along with many more miners. He meets with Yura, learning that the Empire took everything from them and left them defenseless, meaning raiders came in and killed many of them. Valance vows to get revenge and tells the townsfolk to stay there as he heads into the mountains to find the raiders. In the present, Valance stirs from his dreams, ripping off his cybernetic arm and using it to free himself from the interrogation bed. After taking the information on the Hidden Hand outposts from the computer, he tricks the guards to come inside the room, killing them and taking a set of the trooper armor. He makes it to the hangar but is soon confronted by Vader and his stormtroopers. Vader however boards his ship with him, heading down to Corrin and to Valance's home. Valance says that he came back to kill the raiders who destroyed his village after the Empire abandoned them, but the raiders were already gone, so he just kept going. He says that he and the Empire failed to protect Corrin, and as a result, the Hidden Hand were born there. Vader says that for now the people of Corrin are safe, and Valance wonders if Vader is threatening them, but Vader says that he's merely welcoming Valance back to the Empire. Later, Valance heads to Loic, to a secret rebel outpost, disrupting a meeting between Urk, who as it turns out was a rebel spy the whole time. Her contact says that it was too risky for her to go back undercover, and now they need to find another weapons dealer since the Hidden Hand have gone silent on them. Valance interrupts them, saying that he can give them weapons. Urk wonders if he's there to join the rebellion, but he says there's no chance of that, but they want weapons and he wants the Hidden Hand. Unfortunately for them, he knows where to find both, showing them the map of the outpost that Vader showed him. Target Vader issue 5 was a fantastic look at the origins of Valance and looked to streamline the kinda convoluted and at times outlandish origins he had in the expanded universe, with stuff like magic gems that turn you into a human and all that sort of weird and wacky shit the old 70s comics had. It took all the best parts and updated them while also revealing more about the Hidden Hand, neatly tying them into Valance and his origins on his home planet, which I thought was actually pretty cool, and I'm intrigued to learn a little bit more about them as we enter the final issue. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10.